Hello everybody and welcome back to my PlayStation 1 collection, and we're now going to play the next game in the collection, which is Crash Bandicoot, as you can see, which is one of my all-time favourite games, not just on the PS1 but overall. So we're going to probably do the first few missions, see how it goes. Oh, it's just loading onto the screen while I was talking. I shall skip it back in a moment.
But Dr. Cortex, we have not determined the cause of past failures.
Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general, and he will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time I shall reign triumphant. We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex!
But Dr. Cortex, the vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do.
Failure again! Capture him!
Uh-oh.
Prepare the female Bandicoot.
Well, that sort of gives you the idea of the story. I'll sort of go through it as we play. You sort of play this sort of weird creature, and you've got to go and try and save that girl at the end there. But we won't play that far into the game. But here's the first mission. As I'm sure many of you played this game, it is one of the classics. You start off on this beach. So here's your character you play as you can see, move back, forward, side to side, and you have actually got an attack, it's a spin, and you basically got to try and complete the mission. So we'll do this first one, which is quite easy. That's a life, so now I've got 5. These particular boxes, the one with the lines, you want to jump on, not spin, because you get more of the Wumpa fruit out, which are the things that look like apples. There's other boxes which you're just fine to spin, but this one, jump on top of it to get the more Wumpa fruit. So this is our first enemy, crabs. You generally get new enemies on each mission. So these ones we can just jump on top of like that. You can also spin them, that works. This particular here is sort of a bonus thing, a boost, Humblegar, which sort of gives you an extra life. So if you touch an enemy when you're not spinning them, instead of dying, the Humblegar will go. You can have up to 3 at any time. When you get to number 3, something amazing happens. You've also got these things, these particular boxes, jump on them. And spin the bottom one, jump on the crab. Oh, I almost just fell down actually, the hole. So just press X to jump over them, and the next crab. And we now move on to the next bit, and change in music. In a minute. Right. So yes. Also, you don't want to spin when Wumpa fruit's sitting like that, so I'll give you a demonstration. You lose them. But you don't want to do that, because once you collect 100 of those fruits, you get an extra life, and it goes back to 0 again. I've never actually got to the point where you get, I think the amount of maximum lives you can get is 99. But I haven't actually got that far before, so I don't know if that's entirely true. Next box with the C on is a checkpoint. And now we get to the interesting part. As you can see, when I got the second Humblegar, the sort of mash changed, it's now red colour. Get the third one and you sort of go into beast mode, I suppose, so we'll just do that. And you get a timer, and for this particular amount of time you're invincible. So that's what I'm going to try and do. It sort of does run out though. I may have been a bit too late. Oh, and I fell on the hole. I shouldn't have done that. Now you're going to miss the amazing bit. What I should have done is hit that box that had the exclamation mark on, and it would have made the row of boxes, and I could have hit them all using my Humblegar, but unfortunately I can't now. Although I could go back, I think, yeah, and open up the boxes again, but I'm not going to. We're just going to continue with this mission. Doesn't usually happen, to be fair. Right, these particular creatures, you can jump on them, these turtles, and it becomes a bouncy platform. You press X as well, it makes you jump higher, so they're quite useful later on. But at the minute, they're just in the way. Just get yeah, these boxes, I should have not really spanned that one, but we've got many more missions to look at hopefully in the time. Much more interesting. So yeah, we'll just quickly go back down here. Although it's actually reset itself, so what you do is jump down here, spin this box, and these boxes all appear now. And I'll see if I can do it. Sort of, I'm going to miss the box there, so you sort of jump and get all the boxes, because you get a bonus. If you get all the boxes in a mission, you get like a crystal, and they can be useful at the end of the game. So I'll just go down here. I think there's another box. Oh no, there's a tail. I'll leave that alone. And when you get to the end of the mission, there's a portal which takes you back to the mini-map. So that's the first one. And I missed some boxes, unfortunately. So next mission, Jungle Rollers. Next part, I should say. And they sort of steadily get harder. The game is based on 3 particular islands. This first island's pretty easy generally. The second one is, yeah, still relatively easy. It's the third one you get the more difficult missions. But enough practice and you'll become an expert at this game. And as you can see, we've got new sorts of creatures now, sort of, I suppose, badgers. Again, you can just jump on them. And these particular things will bite at you, so you want to jump on top of them like that. And now these particular things, you don't want to touch. So you've got to wait until they get to the other side, then jump over. Pretty easy. Now this particular thing here, I thought I'd explain quite a lot at the minute. There's 3 of those boxes in this mission, so if you get all of them, you get a bonus level. And we'll just spin him. It's actually easier to jump on those eating plants, to be fair, but I decided to just spin him. And again, we'll get the bonus. So I'll just show you now. We're invincible. We'll just sit there and get hurt, but it won't kill us. Although we can fall to our deaths, as you saw in the previous mission. Just a double roller there. That's okay. So there you go. It's pretty easy. You can get through a lot of boxes with your beast mode. Right, and this is, yeah, the second box with the picture. Oh, I almost died there. Right, let's get in the row. Yeah, you get bonus. I'm usually better at this game, but I guess because I'm also commentating, it's taking a bit of my concentration out of the way. But this particular one, you can avoid this if you want, but if you do it right, you can hit the box in the middle, and their TNT will blow up in 3 seconds. So we want to avoid them. Let's jump over that guy. Please. As you see, it slowly gets harder. And this is our bonus level, which you can get a lot of lives from. Again, the bonus levels get harder as you go through the game. This one is pretty simple, if I remember correctly. Just jump over there. It's just an excellent way to get more Wampa Fruit and lives. There is other bonus missions for a different person, but they're like really difficult, and I've struggled to find them before. And we'll just skip this bit. Right, I don't want to save the game. Give me the password. Just continue. Yeah. All right, so here's go. If you want to, if you have Crash Bandicoot, use this password, and it'll get to that point in the game for you. Now we continue with our second mission, and we're nearly at the end of this one actually. These double ones get slightly harder, but we can jump there. More lives, and this one we just jump in the middle like that. Simples really. We'll try and jump over both of them. Yep, and there we go. And now it's told me, I didn't do it in the first mission, strangely enough, but how many boxes I missed. Unfortunately I missed 3 in that go. Now the next mission, yes, is slightly different. It's sort of a platform-based level. So as you can see, it looks slightly different. basically climbing over a giant wall, which is fun. Ooh, it's hard sometimes when you jump on these bouncy boxes to stay on them if you don't get right in the middle. Right, these ones are going to make you go really high in the sky, so we'll do that. Oh, I missed that one. Let's try again. There we go. You can also press X for a boost, and again that was just a massive fail there. Come on, there we go. Right, bounce up. So, I'm not sure if I really want the extra Humlagar now, but I'll do it anyway, just so you can see the amazing mode again. There you see, just easily killing things. Actually, what happens if I stand there? Whoa, that just blasted him away. Usually you die, obviously, if you haven't got the Humlagar on. Oh, I don't want to do that yet. Let that go away. There you go. What I want to do on this one is jump like that, and then collect the extra life. And these particular things here are quite fun. As you see at the minute, you won't be able to jump over to that thing, so what you do is you jump and spin, and it makes a platform for you. But if you wait too long, just wait here a minute, they go back to their original position. So you've got to actually you got to sort of get it right. Not rush it, but I think there's some other missions like this and they're a bit faster, or there's more of them. Oh, I misjudged that one. So now I've only got one life, although I'm about to get another one. So I'll jump up and get that, which is great. These particular things are horrible sometimes, but you should be able to avoid them. If you touch them, you die, basically. If I remember correctly, there's the next boss is quite funny. It's a man with a giant shield, which you can bounce off. So what you want to try and do is jump on top of him like that, and he's there. Can't do anything, and you just spin, and he disappears. And these particular things, you slide down. So that's sort of the basic gist of the game. There's a few more missions hopefully we'll cover that are slightly different, that are quite fun. We have to concentrate a bit more. Ooh, I almost slid off his thing. Oh, I went a bit too quickly there, I shouldn't have done that. Also, as you can probably guess, the flames, they'll hurt. And we're nearly at the end, but I think, yep, time for another bonus mission. And you see, it's slightly harder. This one, you have to judge to jump in it properly. Oh, I did it wrong. Because it'll come out otherwise. It's hard. And I think I'll just leave that one. Let's spin that. I can't remember how to do this. No, do that. Oh, otherwise you'll fall down the hole if you're not careful. There we go. And just give you the password in case you want to see it, guys, and we'll continue. So we're nearly at the end of this level, so it'll be level 4 after this, which I used to hate as a child. When I first played this, I did not like it at all. Ooh, I went a bit too quickly there. Right, here we go. So, next mission. Giant boulder. And yes, of course, miss boxes. Yeah, it's the boulders. This particular mission, when I was a child playing this game, I hated it. The music, everything. I just wasn't that very good at it, to be honest. And you'll see what I mean. I can do it now fine. But yeah, I didn't like this mission. So we're about to be chased by a giant boulder. And you have to keep moving. And you can't see where you're going. You just have to sort of judge it and jump. But that's the first boulder. But unfortunately that's not the end of this particular level. There's 3 boulders we've got to navigate through. There's another boulder mission later on the second island. That is difficult. This is generally not so difficult. My actual favourite level on the game is on the first island, but it's later on, and we'll see if we get to it if we have enough time, if the episode is not too long. See, on this it gets a little bit harder. You have to jump over these or they'll slow you down. I'm not bothering getting the boxes, just want to complete this mission. Checkpoints, and this is the final one. And it gets harder again. But I think, yeah, the music, especially on this level, is really good. So it gets your heart pumping a bit. These particular things sticking up, if they get in your way, they can be so annoying. Oh, right, those particular platforms drop, but that won't affect you. And there we go. That is the end of that. That was a quick level. But yeah, I remember many times dying on that particular level. I'll see if I can actually get to the end of the first island. As long as the video doesn't get like over 40 minutes. I'll try and do that so you can just see the full length of this first island. Right, I'm not going to get that because this particular mission you have to be steady. Because you can easily fall into the water, and as you guessed, probably if you fall in the water you die. So we can jump on these leaves, and for some reason they don't sink when we stand on them, but makes us float. And another box. We've just got to wait here for these fish to do their little thing, because again, anything that moves will probably kill you. Oh, sliding back down. Right, I have to wait it now. There we go, jump on that. So another life, I'll take that. Right, these particular things, big mouths with teeth, they'll eat you if you land on them, but there's a bit of a delay. It's about 3 seconds, I think. Not 3 seconds, like 2 seconds maybe. However, there's ones later on that are a different colour that are continuously biting, so to speak. So you need to sort of time your jump right, which is what this game is most about, really. Just timing your moves right. Right, there we are, the bluish grey ones. Right, don't want to get that. Let him bite and jump on him. There we go. So if you know how all the different animals, baddies move and stuff, you should be alright. Oh, I didn't realise we won't do the bonus mission for that level. Didn't think about that, to be honest. I thought that was just a normal box. I must have forgot where it was. And here's the end of the mission. So the next mission is slightly different. It's the first boss battle. I think there's one on this island, 2 on the second island, and at least 3 on the third. That would make sense, I guess. 1, 2, 3. This guy, Papu Papu, sort of the tribal leader, I suppose, of this island. And basically what we have to do is hit him on the head 3 times, but it's not that simple. He has a stick that he's flying around, but what you do is you just stand on his chair here, or his throne, and then jump onto his head. And what you can do is when he brings the stick around, just jump in case, because I've had the odd occasion where even though I'm standing on his throne seat, you still get hit by the stick for some reason. But it's pretty easy, you just do these jumping, and then, and also, so you do a jump here, and you fly out into the wilderness. So, yeah, again, that's another one as a kid. It wasn't quite that easy. So that's probably the first half of the island already done. So this is another one, bit like the second mission, but a bit harder. Spin him, scratch into all those boxes. Yeah, this is quite a long mission if I remember correctly. It's the next mission. I don't know why I keep calling it mission actually. The next level after this, which is my favourite.
What have I got?
And actually, I've lost my Humbler guy. I thought I had 2. Oh well. Maybe that happens when you do the boss battle, actually. So yeah, these particular rolling stones here are a lot harder. And this is, you saw that guy's face, that is the extra bonus mission I told you about, which we will attempt to try, but I can't actually do it. I've never completed it. I've seen someone do it on YouTube, and it's just, I just don't have, I don't know, the skill, but the patience to do it properly. It involves a lot of TNT. You want to jump over these guys, not spin them, because otherwise they spin into this. And if you don't want the Humblegar, which I do, to be fair, you get it automatically. And here we've got a bit of a puzzle. We've got the Humblegar, so it's actually alright, but what we want to do is try and get all these boxes without jumping on the TNT. Which I... Oh, run! Ooh! I balls that up a bit, to be honest. But you should hopefully try and... The middle one might be a bit more difficult because you can probably land on a TNT. And you just saw there, I hit one of the stones when they were moving, so I lost one of my shields. Right. As you see, it just gets harder and harder. But you just got to time it right, so when they've both crossed each other, you can easily just cross. But again, as a kid, I never really got that, and I just kept dying. That's how most of these old games work, I suppose. It's just repetition. And this particular platform will drop once you land on it after a few seconds, so you've got to time this one pretty accurately. There we go. And yep, right, another bonus mission. And I'll just try and get some of the boxes. When you play this, you can obviously try and get all the boxes, but as I'm doing this sort of video, I'm just going to try and get through it quickly. You can just spin them, but you won't get much one per fruit from that. Just trying to show you the basic game, really. So we'll skip again. There is the password. And continue onwards to something very exciting. Oh, not yet, we just finished this mission, I forgot. Right. Time this one correctly. Right, there we go. And yeah, didn't spin very well there. And we're nearly at the end of this mission. Again, if I say mission, again, I don't know why I'm saying it. But now the bonus level, there you go, I said it correctly, of this guy, which is ridiculous. It involves jumping on these TNTs in an order where I don't fall off. So I will give it an attempt. There. See, I'm just not... I can't do that. But that's... I think when I watch on YouTube, it's just lots of TNTs. You have to jump on them correctly without them blowing up before you get to the end. So now it's time for... After this bit, where I've missed the boxes, my favourite level. Which is called Hog Wild. So that might give you an idea of what this mission I said again, level entails. It's very fun. There's not a mission like it anywhere else on Crash Bandicoot. You basically run around on this hog, and you've got to avoid all the obstacles. And this is probably the mission I've played most of all. Out of all of them on the game, I try and get all the boxes, at least on this level. And you've got to avoid these guys. Again, you just got to learn the routine of where they move. These particularly funny things, these drums, you bong up and go over the massive distances. Right, there we go. Checkpoints. I'm not sure, but I think to get all the boxes in a mission you can't die either, because if say you get a checkpoint halfway through and then die, you go back to that checkpoint, you don't have a chance of getting the boxes beforehand. But I don't know if that's true. Oof. You get so close to those spikes there. Stay on the right hand side, this guy, and jump! So, yeah, I managed to do that mission in one go. That's playing the amount of times I have, you should be able to do that. So as you can see, this is what happens. If you get all the boxes, you get a gem. I got one, which is excellent, but you're meant to get one on each mission, more or less, except for the boss fights. So there's only one more mission on this island. So there's a super password. I think that's if you want to get the gem and everything. As you see there's 32 missions altogether. We've completed 6 so far. But we're only going to attempt to do one more native fortress, which is a very long level. But it involves, again, climbing up another giant wall, but this is giant. And there's lots of jumping. So I hope you enjoy it. Because again, this is one I did not enjoy when I was younger. But enjoyable now, really. There we go. Right, need my Humulagar.
What have I got?
Thank you. These rolling monkeys, again, you just want to spin them. There we go. We'll let that go down. You can run past, you probably make it, but we'll not risk it. You'll see later on it gets ridiculous. The amount of spikes and fires and all sorts of things. Right, so you remember these from the one time before. This time there is 3 of them. So you have to spin them and jump up. Ooh. And jump up. And there we go. Oh, I didn't actually show you this. On these fire pits, when they stop breathing the fire, you can jump on them. And they're quite bouncy. So that could be useful to you. Wait for this fire one to burn. Oh, actually, you need to bounce on them later on. See, right, let's jump on this guy. Get the extra life and jump over. I think it's... oh, I thought that was the bonus level. An extra face. Jump over those guys. Spin that. Wait for this to crash down. There's none of... yeah, I thought. I've memorised most of these levels, to be fair, so I know where most things are going. And this particular contraption here, what you do, you just jump up and spin the second one. Okay, I did that wrong. What I was going to say is you jump up and spin the box, and then it jumps, then it goes down one, and then you can actually jump over this before the TNT explodes. But I misjudged that, to be fair. So I've got no defense now, so I may die. Yes, we've got the bonus mission now. Bonus round, I should say. An extra life hidden up there, which is excellent, although it won't be much use to us now. We're nearly finished in this video. Just got to do one more level up before we reach the top of this wall or fortress. Another one of these, which this one is really long. It's not the longest, the last one is, but I seem to remember this is... yeah, that's 4 of those spinny things. Just there. Ooh. You see, it gets harder because it gets longer, basically. I'm not going to go for that stuff on the left there because it would involve going back down to the bottom. And I'm actually about to show you a hidden pathway you've got here. You see in the background there, actually, in those sort of that greyish colour, that one on the right is actually the 3rd island. I believe the one on the left might be the 2nd island. That would make sense. Which you'd visit if you play this game. So what I'm going to do here, you just jump over, and you're in the hidden area, and you've got hidden extra one fruit you can collect. I think, yeah, it stops there. So you can't actually complete the mission from that way, but an extra bonus for you. And if you see, look, the enemies follow you. This guy on the shield just follow me, and these plants will follow me as well, so they'll turn around. It's quite funny to watch. But I sort of give you an idea of what I'm about to do, or trying to sort of bounce on there. Now this, you've got to time it right. Now. Ooh. Yeah, definitely got to bounce on one of these now. Bounce on the second one. Ooh, yeah. I was about to go then, but I should have gone. There we go. That's better. Now there's 2 of them. So you've got to be very quick or you'll be roasted. Jump there. think I'm just going to wait. On this big thing, because you're slipping, you have to... I've done that wrong. I was talking too much. There we go, got to jump now. Jump there, jump there. I'm sure I'm not talking much, but I do have to concentrate a bit here. There we go, bounce there. And bounce there. Ooh, that was maybe too much. And yeah, there's 3 here, so you have to be quick. Ooh, almost burned there. So we're almost there now. The final climb to the portal. And there's even more here. This is the tallest tower in the world, literally. And that's 4 lives there, which is a massive bonus. So a big thank you saying well done for completing the first island in the game, I suppose. And you just bounce here. This is the very end of the first island. And there you go. And I'm guessing I missed loads of boxes. Oh yes. That's a lot. So yeah, that's the first island of Crash Bandicoot done. I won't play any more, but it'll just take you to the second island anyway. And this start of second island, that's another water level like that on the first one. You've got a few bosses on that island, another boulder mission, old sort of ancient ruined city, which is quite fun to play. We'll just go back to the start again so you can see the island. There's third island in the distance. So you can see all the missions we played. Back to the beginning. So there you go, that was Crash Bandicoot. I'm sure many of you have played it in your youth. I've probably played this game more than any other, I'd say. Any other console or PC game, because I've had it so long. Pretty sure when my dad got the PlayStation 1, it was this... well, you get Demo 1 with the game, so that was probably technically our first game. But this was probably the next game he bought, so we've played it a lot. So thank you very much for watching. And actually, the next game I'll be covering in this series is another Crash Bandicoot game. It's Crash Team Racing. Some sort of going in alphabetical order. So that'll be in the next one, so it'll sort of be a tie into this. But it's a different game though, it's completely different to this. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time.